Welcome to All Saints Catholic School, Parent Guide to UCAS and Post-16 Options. What is UCAS? All UK-based university applications are made through the University and Colleges Admissions Service, also known as UCAS. So in short, this means anyone who wants to study as an undergraduate in the UK will need to apply through UCAS. Lots of further information about the application process can be found at www.ucas.com. What are the advantages of going to university? First of all, it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience where your child can acquire transferable skills which can be financially rewarding in the future, as many professions require a degree. It can also be a personal challenge for your child. And, more importantly, it can improve career prospects in the future for them, along with studying a subject that they love. They can also make friends all over the world, and more importantly, they are investing in their own future. There are many universities around the UK. At present, there are over 304 universities and colleges, with 55,000 plus courses that they can apply for. Your child only needs to decide on 5 when applying for UCAS. Starting your research. The first thing you should do is register in UCAS Hub to explore careers, subjects, universities and apprenticeships. You can search here for virtual tours and online events, as well as for open days. You can also turn predicted grades into tariff points, which we will speak about later in this video. You can also speak to students and admissions teams using Unibuddy on the UCAS website. There are also several Hub Live events frequently advertised with students in school and also through the UCAS website. You can explore job profiles to explore different career profiles and pathways. You can also use prospectuses, websites and talk to teachers. Finally, you should be starting your UCAS application from May 2021 if you're intending to attend university in 2022. When choosing a university, do consider the location, as there is so much choice. Do your research. Know how long it takes to get there. What facilities are available at that university? Consider the price of accommodation, whether you're considering halls of residence, which should be on campus, or rented. Here you can see some of the most popular courses that students want to study. And here you can see the top 10 most competitive courses at the moment. And here you can see ranked the top 10 universities for 2020, which are mainly your Oxford and Cambridge, which is often referred to as Oxbridge when applying for UCAS. And then you can see number 3 to number 10. These are all Russell Group universities, so are extremely competitive to obtain a course here. So here is a complete list of Russell Group universities, and you may ask, well, what are they? They are basically a group of universities with a shared focus on research, and they have a reputation for academic achievement. So when it comes to getting a job, factors such as your grades, experience and interview will be the real clinchers, but also a top-class honours degree from a Russell Group university can give job applications a certain sparkle and may open some extra doors into competitive career sectors. All universities host open days, and this provides a great opportunity to have a look around. At present, they may be done in person, or you will be able to do them virtually online. so it is important to have questions ready, as you may get an opportunity to speak to the admissions team or to students that are studying there at present. Here is a UCAS tariff table. So UCAS tariff points translate your qualifications and grades into a numerical value. Many qualifications, but not all, have a UCAS tariff value, which will vary dependent on the qualification and the grade you achieve. This numerical value is used by higher education course providers to assess whether you meet their entry requirements for a particular course. How does my child apply to university through UCAS? In order to apply to university within the UK, your child will need to submit an online application through UCAS. There are 7 sections for completion: personal details, additional information, student finance, choices, education details, personal statement, and employment. The process itself is reasonably straightforward, but much of the content requires considerable preparation before submission, so this is absolutely not something to leave until the last minute. Applications that have been rushed and insufficiently thought through are obvious, and a slapdash approach could jeopardize opportunities, so ensure your child invests plenty of time in making the application. When must my child submit their application to UCAS? UCAS deadlines are fixed and late applications may not be considered at all, so it's important to respect the timetable outlined. The deadline for when your child must submit their application will depend on the university and course they are applying to. For most universities and courses, the deadline is the 15th of January each year, but an earlier deadline applies for applications to Oxford or Cambridge, also known as Oxbridge, and some specific courses. Make sure your child sticks to the deadlines set by school, as this will allow time for applications to be checked, changes to be made, and for school references to be written. How many university courses can my child apply to? Your child will only be able to apply for a maximum of 5 courses in any one year. This can be 5 versions of the same course at 5 different universities, or 5 different courses all at the same university, or any combination thereof. Try to encourage your child to apply for a range of courses with different entry requirements, in case academic expectations are surpassed or not met. It is usually advised to apply for a mix of aspirational, realistic, and safe university options. Applying to a range of universities with similar entry requirements may prove to be a costly error in receiving offers or not on results day. As part of the university application process through UCAS, your child will need to submit a personal statement of about 500 words. Effectively, this is a short advert that lets your child showcase why they would make a great student. The content for a personal statement isn't something that can be created overnight. It takes time to assimilate ideas, so it's a good idea to encourage your child to start thinking about this well ahead of the submission date. When writing your personal statement, it is crucial that you do not lie, and it is also very important that you do not copy and paste information that you see online. Examples of some personal statements can be found here. Some universities require you to do an admissions test. If this applies to you or your child, it is important that they inform a member of the sixth form team. On this slide, you can see some examples of the admissions test that some students may need to sit. Tracking your child's application through UCAS. Once the application is in, there isn't much to do other than sit back and wait. Different universities have different criteria on when they make their decisions, and their timelines can vary, so responses to applications won't be made at the same time. Most universities respond within 2 weeks of receiving the application, but there are exceptions, and a delay in response does not necessarily imply bad news. Whilst your child needs to complete the application themselves, in the personal information section, there is the option for them to add your name as nominated access, which means that with a few of their personal details, you will be able to track progress with their application directly, either with UCAS or the universities they've applied to. This is very handy if they're travelling and out of contact or not very good at keeping you updated on progress. Universities may reply to your child in the following way. Your child may receive a conditional offer. This means an offer has been made, but your child must meet the requirements set out in the offer, usually exam grades. They may receive an unconditional offer. This means an offer has been made and your child's place has been confirmed, regardless of exam performance. There may be some conditions attached to this type of offer, such as selecting the university as your child's first choice. Invitation received. Your child has been invited for an interview. Or they may be unsuccessful. Your child has not been successful in their application process for this particular university. The reason will usually be shown in UCAS track. Please see a general guide for 2022 application deadlines. We will now look at student finance. There are two main types of finance. The first are student bursaries, which don't have to be paid back, and the second is student loans, which do need to be paid back. Tuition fee loan. Your university or college sets your tuition fee, and the loan is paid directly to them, which you do need to pay back. If you're a full-time student for 2021 to 2022, your tuition fees can be up to £9,250 per year. Student loans obtained by your child will depend on where they live and go to university. As you can see, if they're living at home in 2022, it can be up to £7,987. Whereas if they're living away from home and in London, it can be up to £12,382. And if they spend a year of a UK course studying abroad, it can be up to £10,866. So these are all factors to consider when choosing your university. To get more information on student finance, please click the video link below or the website listed. Why should your child apply for scholarships, bursaries and grants? Well, given that scholarships, bursaries and grants don't have to be repaid and can make a huge difference to your student budget, they seem like a no-brainer to look into. Surprisingly though, less than a third of freshers applied for a scholarship or bursary last year. The most common reason given by those who didn't was that they didn't think they were eligible for one. As you'll learn, extra funding is awarded for all sorts of reasons, not just for straight A students. And of those who told us they applied to a scholarship or bursary, over 3/4 were successful. With over 150 million in scholarships available to students in the UK each year, you could be leaving money on the table. If you're successful in claiming extra funding and therefore less reliant on maintenance loans, which you do pay back along with the interest they accumulate, you may walk away with less student debt in the long run too. So here is a table explaining the difference between scholarships, loans and grants. Please pause this slide here to read. What to look out for when applying for a scholarship, grant or bursary. Before applying to any scholarship, bursary or grant, always check the following details. It might save you considerable time and effort applying to something you're not eligible for in the first place. You should consider the award. How much do successful applicants get? How is this paid? And what can it be used for? Also, how many awards are up for grabs? Eligibility criteria. Do you meet all the conditions set out? An award may only be eligible to applicants for a specific course or subject, or based on certain personal circumstances. The application process. You might have to complete an application online. The deadline. When do you need to apply by? And finally, there may be some future commitments. Here are some top tips for UCAS application. First of all, you should start your research early. There are a lot of higher education options to choose from. You should register with UCAS Hub and browse through the courses available, so you can work out what you would enjoy or be interested in studying. You should know the deadlines for the UCAS application. You should also go to UCAS events and course provider open days, as this will give you an opportunity to speak to staff and to get questions answered. You should also check entry requirements so as to ensure you are able to achieve the grades they need to study the particular course that you want to. You should redraft your personal statement several times and get plenty of feedback from your teachers. You should also understand student finance so you can make the best arrangements to fund your studies. And finally, you should also be prepared for results day. Understanding apprenticeships. In essence, an apprenticeship is a job. You will spend 80% of the working week at your place of employment and 20% at your place of study. You'll earn a salary and your course fees will be covered by your employer and the government. You just need to be willing to manage your time between work and study. There are many different apprenticeships you can apply for, depending on your existing qualifications across a broad range of different industries. If your child is considering an apprenticeship, here are some key things to investigate. First of all, what is the apprenticeship and job role? Does it fit what you're looking for? Find out about the employer. Is it the type of company you want to work for? Find out about the training provider, college, or university where you could be studying. What qualifications, subjects, and grades are they looking for? What essential or desirable skills and experience do they ask for? And what qualities are they looking for in applicants? Does the job require you to work in different locations, or would you need to move away from home for work? What is the pay or salary? And do they offer any other benefits or facilities you can use? For you, What are the three most and least positive aspects of this apprenticeship or job opportunity? If you're interested in apprenticeships, please click on the two links below. What is an internship? An internship allows you to spend time in a company to learn new skills and gain experience in a particular industry or job. Think of an internship program like a fixed period of work experience. This work experience gives you the opportunity to improve your understanding of a particular job or industry. You can either shadow a professional or work for a company. Some internships are unpaid, particularly if competition is high. You'll understand what a particular role is like and gain real-life work experience. If your child is considering an internship, it's important to consider the following. What do you want to get out of it? Will you get paid or will it be unpaid? Understand your situation from the start. Competition for places is high, so you will need to apply early. If you're interested in finding out some more information about internships, please click on the link below. Why do some students take a gap year? A gap year offers you the opportunity to gain skills and experiences, while giving you time to reflect and focus on what you want to do next. A productive gap year can be valuable on your CV. Many employers value the experiences students have gained if they've actively managed their time, set themselves goals, and stretched themselves. If you decide to apply for uni, you could tailor your gap year to relate it to the subject area you plan to study. If your child is considering a gap year, here are some things to consider. What do you want to do with your gap year? Careful thought and planning is essential. How will you fund your travels, if this is what you want to do? Don't forget to keep in mind what you want to do afterwards. This will make it easier to transition to work or study when you return. If you would like some more information about gap year ideas, please click on the link below. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video, and hopefully you found out some new information. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact a member of the sixth form team.